Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. This is yet another episode of If I Have to See It, You Do Too. I am Chelsea if you're not aware. If you are aware because you're not new, appreciate ya. What's up? Missed ya. Follow me across all social media if you are not. I am at CCsuarez. That, merch, my podcast, all that is linked down below. Now, I came across this YouTube channel, Darius M. He has over 300,000 subscribers on YouTube, and his about section on YouTube says Darius M is committed to giving you advice, knowledge, and tips to help you become a better version of yourself. From women, self-improvement, to staying motivated, I'm here to help you get the most out of life. We're gonna go ahead, react to this, check it out together. It's gonna be great. I know, it's just gonna be great. So this first one we are going to just take a peek at says, if you're a single man, please watch this video. Very clickbaity. I mean, who doesn't do clickbait? I know I do a good bit as well, but then again, it's not like technically clickbait because I feel like clickbait is like, has to be false for it to count as clickbait. Anyways.
Hey guys, welcome to another day in the life of a girl who sells her farts in a jar. Since my last TikTok, I've completed over 100 more orders and people have been asking me for proof, and the proof is in the pudding. Look at that. You are welcome. Hey guys, welcome to another day in the life of a girl who sells her farts in a jar. Since my last TikTok, I've completed over 100 more orders and people have been asking me for proof, and the proof is in the pudding. Look at that. You are welcome. So today started off very early. I had a radio show interview that was based in Mumbai, India, so had to be up at 4 a.m. to get my hair and makeup ready so I'd look sexy for the fart buyers of India, who are one of my biggest demographics. I really want to thank the people of India for their generosity and kindness. And after I finished doing my interview and scheduling all of my future interviews, I decided to have my morning cup of coffee and began my first step of fart selling. And today I'm working on a brand new recipe for farts. This one involves a big block of cheddar cheese, so we'll see how it goes. This was requested by one of my clients. We'll see how it ends up. Hopefully I don't get too constipated. Then I spend a portion of my day working on my fart jar NFTs that are launching in just a couple weeks. I chat with my fart jar community on Discord, answering questions, talking about my farts, and working with my graphic design team to make my fart jar NFT collection. And after that, I have some shipments to drop off at the post office. So my farts are developing, gotta kill some time, gonna make these shipments go out so that my clients have their farts in time for Christmas. And then I get home and I'm actually...
For this entire video, it's not even him. It's just a compilation of Stepanka talking about the whole selling her farts thing. And it's like basically all the TikToks that she's put up, and then he put his watermark over it. And it's like, so if you're a single man, you had to watch this video. Why? So that's real good advice for single men, is to watch that video of Stepanka. That makes no sense. Now, is there actually a video of him giving commentary? What the hell is this? What the hell is this channel? You know what? Let's go to some of the most viewed stuff on his channel, because he's been posting a lot. I want to get a kind of recent one with a lot of views. I mean, his videos do get a lot of views. Okay, so 99% of women will chase you if you do this. This has 810,000 views, and this was 2 years ago.
I see so many boys and grown men chasing and seeking validation. It's actually disgusting to see. It's sickening. So many guys want to get good with the opposite sex, want to be a master, want to understand them. Quite frankly, women don't even understand themselves. They don't know what's going on in their life. Their emotions are up and down, haywire, and crazy. There's even tutorials, pamphlets, audiobooks that these dating coaches and all these guys are selling you to try to get good with women. But subconsciously, what you're doing is you're putting them on the pedestal. You make it seem like that they're greater than you. Just think of it like a boss or a character or a villain at the end of a video game or a level. When you can't beat that boss or that certain creature or monster, what do? Well, way back when, we used to go online or buy a Game Shark book and to see, how can I beat this character? It's so much stronger than me. It's so much better than me. How do I destroy it? How do I win? That's what guys are doing nowadays. It's equivalent to that. You even see women getting in on the action. They're selling you books and tutorials on how to get good with women, how to sleep with more women and all this other stuff, and how to get your ex-girlfriend back, right? I got an email from a subscriber by the name of Jonathan, and he wanted to know, he did everything for his girlfriend. He showed her love. He took her to places. He tried to understand her. He tried to do everything he could to make her feel good, to make her life much more easier. He took her to vacations. Now he was wondering, why is she drifting away? What did I do wrong? He emailed me, Darius, what can I do to win her back? I love her so much. I care about her so much. Well, to be honest with you, she doesn't care about you. So you need to move on. And that reminded me of myself. I was in my last relationship 3 years ago. Toxic, sickening, crazy. And I had done everything I could for my ex. I went above and beyond. Tried to understand her. Trying to make her happy. Made her my world. I had given her everything. And she started to drift away. So I said, what can I do? And I felt her drifting away because I had worked so hard to give her a good life, to make her happy. But it wasn't enough. So one day I said, you know what? I'm sick. I'm tired. I'm tired of breaking my back to make you happy. So one day I said, you know what? I blocked her on every social media platform. Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. I got rid of it on everything. Because I had tried for 2.5, 3 weeks to get her to contact me, to get her to understand me, to let her know that I care about her, that I want her in my life, just like the brother Jonathan is doing in the email. So once I just cut her all off and I stopped contacting her, guess what? 2 days later, I get a knock on my door. Look through the peephole, and that's my ex-girlfriend standing right there with some dinner. And she's saying, do you need company? So I invited her in, yes, and I smashed her cheeks. But the moral of the story is, when you leave women alone, when you stop chasing them, when you stop giving them your all and contacting them.
This is the gold right here. There we go, Darius. This is garbage advice. Please do not listen to this advice. Very toxic and very just horrifying. Oh my God. How about you communicate? If you're doing everything for someone and spending money on them and taking them on trips, and maybe you don't speak the same love languages. Maybe they're not receiving the love that you're putting out there. Or guess what? Maybe the relationship has just run its course. They might still care for you, but they might not be in love with you. Like maybe that person's just a shitty person. Oh my God, But you notice what he said? How he said my last relationship 3 years ago? Sir, did you get your feelings hurt? And then that's why you started making this type of content that just screams that you got hurt and that this is why you don't like women? Oh my God, the comments on this. A woman I was dating drifted away, so I broke her wheelchair. Guess who came crawling back? I think the mistake women make in this philosophy is that women walk away to increase their power in the relationship. Men walk away because they're generally over and done. Oh, sir, all of this screams tiny dick energy. I'm 24 and I've never had a girlfriend, just rejections. But now I think about it, there's more problems chasing. It's better to be alone and constantly improve than to be with someone because everyone is doing it. I appreciate all of your advice, man. If you treat her like a superstar, she'll treat you like a fan. That's not true. He speaks the truth. Women cannot handle being ignored, even if they don't like you. What? And if they never return or chase you, they say thanks because now you are free of chaos, emotional turmoil, and your bank account saved. Darius is 100% correct. I followed his advice. The woman who I was chasing is now chasing and initiating contact after I ignored her. Why play games? Don't play games. Oh my God, this is atrocious. Let's watch another one. Now we're going to learn how to text women.
Don't text another woman until you watch this video from start to finish, because I'm going to give you 7 critical key tips that you can use today that will greatly increase your success with women. The first rule when texting and communicating with a woman is always be direct and straightforward. Don't play games. Don't wait around. Always have a plan. Because here's the thing. When you exchange numbers with that woman, she already knew from the jump if she wanted to hang out with you, hook up with you, and have a good time. She knows. So the fact that you want to wait 3 days or a week and think that, when she finally hears from me, she'll be excited to see me. All you're doing is delaying the inevitable. Because from the time you got her contact information to the time you finally contact her, she'll be talking to 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. She probably got back in touch with her ex. She probably met a guy like myself who is direct and just trying to make things happen. A lot of guys, what they do is they, by default, push themselves in the friend zone. They say, well, I'm going to send her a lot of emojis. I'm going to send her a lot of pictures of me and memes and all these different things. And then she'll like me more. She'll finally want to see me. No, that's not true. That's false. Because what you're doing is you're just being her text buddy. You're her pen pal. So when you are direct, this will alleviate a lot of headaches and a lot of confusion. Most guys, when you are direct, She'll let you know, oh, I don't want to hang out with you, or she'll play games or beat around the bush, but you know right then and there that she's interested or not. Always have a plan.
You should send gifts. You should send memes. You should send me reels of, not squirrels, what are trash pandas, of raccoons. My husband's, that's all we send back and forth. Like, being funny is going to get you a lot further. Being funny is sexy. Who wants to talk to someone who's just like, yeah, obviously don't play games, but also the last video he just said was that like he was playing a game. This is very strange.
Things happen right away with a woman, so you can filter out the women who are into you and the women who are not. Number 2, and this one is underrated. Women go off emotions and vibes. So when you're texting a woman, using an exclamation point, this conveys enthusiasm, excitement, and happiness. And your chances of hanging out with the girl will greatly increase. So I'll give you an example. If you ask her, hey, what are you up to? And then you put a period. Or you ask her, hey, what are you up to? She will want to respond back to that text message faster, okay? So always use exclamation points. Don't leave anything open-ended. Don't put ... or anything like that, because that's another passive way of relaying to her that you are confused, that you don't know what to say, that you're relying on her to hit you back. Exclamation points are very important when you're communicating and texting a woman.
No, the explanation mark behind the hey doesn't fucking matter.
After you set the time, date, and place up with the woman, go ghost. What a lot of guys are doing is they're setting a date and they're happy and they think the woman is going to show up and she confirms and she's like, yeah, I'm happy to see you. I can't wait. And what's going to happen is they're going to continue to text the girl all day that day, all day the next day, the following day. And what's going to happen is she's going to flake and not show up. She's going to cancel. And a lot of guys are scratching their head. They're saying, well, how could she do that? She said she's going to show up. You have to understand female nature. They are extremely flaky and fickle, okay? You cannot trust their words. The words mean nothing. It's like wet toilet paper.
I'm not usually one to throw around the word misogynist or misogynistic. Darius, we gotta talk. Who hurt you? Sir, are you in a relationship? I sure as fuck hope not. I hope, like, where's your girlfriend? Where's your boyfriend? Where's your human? Oh my God, this is, no. Maybe women treat you like this because of this, because of this shit. Ew. We gotta make this go faster. He's so slow. We're only on rule 3.
Guys will text her all Thursday, all Friday, all Wednesday. And then she might misinterpret something wrong because she's not in front of you. She can't really read your vibe. So when you say something off that she doesn't like, because women are extremely sensitive, especially when it comes to text, she will ghost you. She won't tell you that was kind of off, or, you know, maybe you made a joke or whatever the case may be. She'll just say, oh, I can't make it as soon as Saturday comes. This is why it's important for you to confirm 16 to 24 hours before you're supposed to hang out. Because when you do, this will let you know her vibe. Is she still into you? Is she still want to see you? Everything like that. Because she could have met another guy and the offer probably was better than yours. But you know within those 16 to 24 hours that she won't show up, as opposed to texting her maybe 2 to 3 hours before you're going to hang out at 4 or 5 p.m. on Saturday and say, hey, are we still on for tonight? And then what's going to happen is she's going to say, oh, I can't do it. So make sure you text her 24 hours before you're supposed to meet up. What a lot of guys will do also is they'll continue to just say goofy things over text message. They'll say, hey, how about we FaceTime? Hey, how about you add me on Snapchat? How about you add me on Facebook? If a woman says, hey, do you have Instagram? Can you add me? Don't do it. Don't add her on any social media until you have hung out and had sex with her multiple times. Because what she's going to do, especially before that first, second, third date, was very kind of icy and sensitive. She's looking for things to not hang out with you, to ghost you.
Sir, it's called looking for red flags. Okay, that's what it is. It's looking for red flags. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. But this man does not give me putting it down vibes. Okay, the way he is speaking, like it's sad. This is so sad. This video has almost 300,000 views. Who is listening to this man?
This is how women are, because they're talking to so many guys. So what they'll do is they'll set little traps. They'll say, oh, add me on Snapchat. So then you can give them all this attention for free, as opposed to you being in front of them. Or they'll say, add me on Facebook. They'll look at all your posts from months and years ago and say, I didn't really like that. And maybe you said something about this woman or this subject or whatever, and she will say, well, I don't want to hang out with you. This is why it's important for you to go ghost after you set the time, date, and place with that woman. And only confirm before you're supposed to hang out 24 hours in advance. This is very important for guys, because what you're going to do is separate yourself from all the other guys. She will think about you. She'll wonder. She'll be excited. And when you do text her 24 hours in advance, you text her this. Hey, just making sure we're still on for tomorrow. And she'll get back in touch with you and say, oh, yeah, we are. Or a lot of guys, what they'll do is they'll just assume that a woman says she's going to be there and she's going to just come and show up, and they'll be at the place, at the park, restaurant, at whatever place they say they're going to meet up at. and then she doesn't show up, okay? Because a lot of women, truth be told, are very nervous as well. You're a guy she's just finally meeting, or you're just a new guy that's in her life, and she's kind of on edge. She's excited, but she's just looking for a reason not to show up. So make sure you confirm, and make sure you ghost her. Date, set it, ghost, until it's time for you guys to hang out. Number 4, and by any means necessary, never send a woman these 5 text messages, because you're guaranteed to put yourself in the friend zone slowly but surely, and she's gonna see you more as a male platonic best friend, a guy who's just a pen pal. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, hey, just thinking about you, or hey, how's your day going? When you send her these messages, it's like a validation check-in type of message. You are scared to lose her, that she's on your mind, you don't want her to drift into another guy's arms. So what guys do, they just check in with her real quick, just to see what she's up to, just to see what she's doing. If she's at work like she's supposed to be, who cares what she's doing? The only thing you should care about is, remember, setting that time, date, and place so you guys can see each other in person and hang out and have a good time and get physical. Listen, women are texting guys all the time, even your girlfriend, even your wife.
Who hurt you? He's trying to be Hitch. This is Hitch, but awful. Like that movie, first of all, that soundtrack of that movie, the best. Absolutely the best. And Eva Mendes, fabulous. Perfection. But think about it. He was hurt and then he became like the date doctor, the guru, but he gave really good advice. This is that, but horrible. I want to believe this is a parody. You know what really hooked me with Tony? I mean, there were like a million things, but one of the first things, not only when we kissed, like the first time we hung out, oh God, it was amazing. But he was in college and I was in high school. I was a senior. He drove back to his dorm room and I think he was like on the way there, whatever. After we hung out that night, he texted me and said, "You're beautiful." And yeah, when I loved, even when I was still dating other people, when I would get a text from them and say like, "Hey, what are you up to?" or "Thinking about you," or just like something to know that you are on their mind. That's amazing. Can you tell my love language is words of affirmation? This is awful advice. Darius, tell me you hate women without telling me you hate women. Like, I really hope no one dates you.
Is you guys being physical. Women love attention, okay? They have it at their disposal. So if you think your attractive girlfriend, even your average woman right now, isn't communicating with some guy, you're sadly mistaken. She is. A lot of guys send these text messages is because they think the woman will like them more. Oh, I want to let her know that I'm thoughtful, that I'm thinking about her, that she's on my mind before I go to sleep, when I wake up. Don't do this, because you want to separate yourself from all those other male thirsty guys. See, in order for a woman to want you, there has to be mystery. She has to think about you and wonder about you. If you're texting her every single day and 2-3 hours every day and all this other stuff like that, she's basically going to get bored of you. And she'll say, there's no mystery, there's no fun. I'm familiar with this guy. And then she'll drift out to another guy, as sad as it is. So these text messages should never be sent. Don't check in with her. Don't check out with her. Don't say, "Hey, I'm doing this. What are you up to?" Stop telling her your whereabouts. The only thing that matters is her being in front of you, you guys hanging out and having a good time. A lot of guys, they feel as though, well, if I let 4, 5, 6 days go by, then she's gonna forget about me. Who cares, okay? If she forgets about you, move on to the next woman. That's another scarcity type of mindset. There's tons of women out there. You should only be communicating with women to hang out, hook up, and have a good time. That is it.
Scarcity mindset? Is this man in an MLM? He seems like he would be.
You must actually be busy. See, too many guys misinterpret a lot of things that I say, and they say, well, Darius, I should wait 4, 5, 6 hours to text her back, and she's gonna want me more. Yeah, that's true, but a lot of women can sense if you're playing a game. So if you actually are busy during the day, or busy in the morning at work doing things, when she does text you, "Hey, how's it going?" at 11 a.m., you can let her know at 4 or 5 p.m. when you get off, "Hey, just got off work, I'm headed to the gym." This is how you communicate high value. When a woman knows you're busy, you're higher value in her eyes, because she's like, wow, I haven't heard from this guy in 4, 5, 6 hours. What is he up to? And when she finally gets that text message from you, you're on to the next adventure. You're on to the next thing. You're on to your business. You're on to the next job. You're doing something else, your hobbies, whatever. Okay? So when she does communicate with you, at that good morning, what are you up to? And hey, just thinking about you, because women will do this. What you need to text her 2, 3, 4, 5 hours later is, "Hey, I just got done doing this. Hey, I'm leaving the gym. I'm headed to the grocery store. Hey, I'm leaving this. I'm going here to do this." Always let a woman know that you're busy, and make sure there's at least 2 to 3 hours response time. Number 6, and a lot of guys have this silly habit. I used to have it as well. Never double text. Never. A woman who is interested in you will hit the tennis ball back and forth over the net. Women know how to communicate. So if you feel as though, well, I got to text her again, I got to text her again and again, I got to text her 2, 3, 4 times.
I'm so confused. He says that we're flaky and that we're super emotional. And he said in a previous video that we don't know how to communicate, but now we do know how to communicate. Darius, have you ever talked to a woman?
Women want a guy who's independent of them, who is doing their own thing, who's over here, who's doing this. So when you double text her, You're just letting her know that you're just another pen pal. And here's the thing, what are you guys talking about over text? And what is she doing? What type of food she likes, her favorite color? Remember, it's all gonna come back around. Hang out and talk to her only when you guys are in front of each other and you guys can get physical and hang out. Too many men think if I double text her, it's just letting her know that I want her so bad, that I want to see her. No, you don't want to be thirsty like all those other guys. One text message, one sentence, no long paragraphs, no double text. Number 7, and this one is very, very important. You're gonna want to pay attention and actually take notes because a lot of guys are confused on how to set up a date with a woman, how to get her to meet up and hang out with you in person because that's the goal, right? So what you don't want to do is just straight up text her, hey, when you free? Because she'll tell you something like, oh, I'm free in a couple weeks or not this week. You want to narrow it down, okay? Because you want to hang out with her right away. You want to get straight to the point and be direct. So send her this first text message. Hey, do you like this? Hey, do you like doing this? Hey, do you like this? So give me an example. Let's say I want her to come over and have some wine with me and watch a movie or two. I'll set it up like this. Hey, do you like red or white wine? She'll say, oh, I like red wine. And I said, oh, cool. What type of movies and shows do you like?
Yeah, so I can't really watch the rest of that one because that is just disgusting. Let's watch a different one. Okay, so it seems like recently he hasn't been putting like himself in his videos. Okay, so it looks like this was, okay, actually no, like 7 days ago he did. If a woman says this, walk away right now.
First date rules for myself that you guys can follow along and listen to. 1, he has to drive and pick me up. 2, we have to establish that it is a date and not a hangout. 3, he has to be funny. 4, he has to bring me flowers. 5, he has to open all my doors, be a gentleman. 6, personally, I'm not fucking on the first date, just to see where his intentions are at. 7, don't text him after, wait until he texts you. And if he doesn't text you at all or ever, then that's fine, because men's rejection is God's protection. And you deserve the best, don't settle for less.
For women, dating is like shopping. They can pick, choose, or refuse. They can get with this guy, they can get with that guy. They can reject these guys, they can friend zone these guys. But for men, for the most part, it's like an interview. You have to check off all these boxes. You have to make her laugh. You have to take her on adventures. It can be a very grueling and uncomfortable, painful, annoying if she's not into you physically, sexually. If you don't turn her on, if you don't get her wet, what's gonna happen is she's gonna make the entire process with her hard. It's not gonna be effortless. It's not gonna be easy. She's gonna have you jump through all these different hoops. You're gonna have to do all these different things. She'll say something like, I have to get to know you first before we have sex or before we kiss. You know, we just have to take it slow. I'm old-fashioned. I'm not those type of girls. Ew, that's nasty. You know, we gotta take it easy. She gotta say all these different things because she wants you to have the illusion that she's pure. Because number 1, she views you as probably average, maybe you're 3rd or 4th on her list, and she's not all that into you, so she's like, I'll give this guy a shot.
No, that's not, oh my God, what? Darius, who hurt you? Yikes. Just because you have standards and just because you have a certain comfort level, and your comfort level can be different with many different people, doesn't mean that you are trying to like manipulate someone or make them jump through a bunch of hoops or that you aren't attracted to somebody. This man's entire channel screams, I was hurt and I hate women. So I want you to hate women too. Like you are not... We're not qualified to give advice. And also, this is horrible advice.
And number 2, she sees you as more boyfriend, long-term material. So she's like, okay, this guy has a lot of different things. He has resources, he's educated, he has this, he has that. He's not like my other guys, my other boyfriends that I've dealt with. So I'm gonna make him work for it, okay? Now, notice and take some time to look at the thumbnail of this video. I intentionally put her on the left side where she has her list. And on the right side, she's dressed in a skimpy, promiscuous outfit. Look like she's in a bikini, she's at some sort of event, and she's outside of all things. She's not indoors. So what does that tell you? That she's playing both sides of the fence. She's putting on a facade. A mask over here is letting you know, hey, this is my list. This is what I require from you. And then on the other side, she's that bad girl. And every woman, depending on the guy that she meets, can pull out either card. Can pull out the good girl, I'm innocent, I don't do that stuff, follow these rules, and if you don't do that, it's not gonna work out. Then she's out there on the other hand, being promiscuous, being a freak, living her best life, having a hot girl summer.
Hot girl summer means a different thing for everybody. It means you are living your best life and that you are comfortable doing what you're doing and you're happy doing what you're doing. You can like butt plugs and doing crazy shit with your person or any person and not come off as promiscuous or a freak. Also, just because you do those things doesn't mean you're promiscuous. Also, who the fuck cares? I'm getting mad. I do not like this man. Yikes. And oh, God forbid you wear a bikini outside. We get it now. We get it. So he thinks that if you wear a revealing outfit, that you can't have any standards. You can't have any preferences. That you should just be open game for anybody. Like, fuck off, dude. Like, ew.
In a bikini and all these different things and doing whatever. Okay, so trust me, if a woman is into you, she's gonna make it happen. Now, I noticed she did say, you deserve the best, don't settle for less. That's how most women think when it comes to dating, right? But number one, she says, you have to pick her up. Let her drive to wherever you guys are at. Make her put in her gas, her effort to come see you. And don't, by all means, meet her halfway. Because if a woman says, meet me halfway, I'm telling you, 100% of the time, she's not into you all that, high. Her interest level is kind of lukewarm, kind of low. So she's going to make you come to her because she's like, I don't think it's worth it for me to drive way to him. Number two, she says, no hangout. It has to be a date, which means you have to pay. You can't just, smash me. We can't hook up or anything. You have to pay to play. And remember, I told you guys, if a woman's making you pay, that means she views you as more beta. She doesn't really like you all like that. She wants to see, what can I get from this guy? What's the ceiling of dinners and dates and things he's going to do for me, right? Now, here's a quick story. And it's one of the many times I've dealt with women. They were on a date with a guy previously before they came over and hung out with me for the first time. And I said, so how did it go? Oh, yeah, it was cool. He was a gentleman. He was, all right. But afterwards, he tried to go for a kiss. And I just wasn't really feeling it and everything. And so it was a cool day. But other than that, the restaurant was cool. The food was great. But I just wasn't feeling him. Here's the thing. You think she knew that after the date, after she ate? No. She knew that beforehand. Women know right away if they're actually into you sexually. So if you take her out, if you do all these different things and pay for her, you try to go for a kiss, or you say, come back to my place, and she's like, no, you fooled yourself.
Okay, this is so dumb. Have y'all ever been sexually attracted to someone and then after hanging out with them, you're just disgusted? Yeah. And then you're not into them. So clearly that's what happened. Like, it's 2021. There usually aren't, blind dates anymore. You usually know what someone looks like before going on a date with them. So you can tell if you are, if you think they're attractive. And then you meet them and then you're not into it. Typically it's because they're a shitty person, their personality's shit, and you just weren't getting good vibes from them, or they're completely misogynistic like this guy.
Played yourself, okay? Never pay to play. And then the woman's over at my house for the first time. We're having sex, we're hooking up. I didn't take her anywhere. I'm in my pajamas. I'm on my couch. We're just hanging out and making things happen. That's because she was sexually and physically into me as opposed to the other guy she went on a date with previously.
If you have to say that you are an alpha male, if you have to say this person was attracted to me and not this person, if you have to say you fuck, then you don't fuck. Cool, Darius, you have sex. That's awesome. Do you though?
Which means she wants you to be some circus clown, some guy who's gonna just make her laugh and all these different things. She's not gonna bring anything to the situation. Now notice throughout this list and what women say that they want from a guy, they're never gonna tell you the things that they offer you, the things they have to bring to you. They're just gonna say, well, I'm just gonna pretty much show up. Now, number 4, she says, you have to give her flowers. Don't do it. Not on the first date, trust me. Don't do it. This is beta, weak energy. When you give a woman flowers, especially on the first date, she hasn't earned any of this stuff, listen, you're gonna lose. You're already at ground zero with her. Number 5, she says, you have to open the doors for her and be a gentleman. Really? Guys, this is not the 1920s, 1930s. These women out here have 2 hands, they have 2 feet, they're strong and independent, they can do what they want, right? So why are you required to open her doors and be a gentleman? I guarantee you, she's dealt with other guys who she just came over their house, they just hooked up, she didn't have to,
You can open a door for someone. You can, be a gentleman. You can treat them with respect and treat them like a badass and like the queen that they are. That doesn't take away, the woman's power. It doesn't mean that you are the alpha or the beta in the situation.
When a woman sees you as a gentleman, a nice guy, she sees you as a pushover, a guy she can get over on and manipulate. Never be a gentleman with the woman. They like savages. They like dominant men.
Is he okay? Who is hooking up with this man? Who is dating this man? I am worried for them.
No sex. This is prime example. When a woman says no sex on the first date, cut her off. Now, some guys say, oh, wait till the second date. If she doesn't put out second date, then, she's not into you, cut her loose. No, my rules is the first date. So she didn't put out her first date, you guys are getting physical and everything like that, and she's trying to make you wait, it's not worth the wait. No sex from any woman is worth the wait. Anytime I waited and I was doing a 3-4 date rule, by the time I got to that 3rd or 4th date, chances are we never had sex, and if we did have sex, it was basically her saying, okay, here, it was kind of lazy, she really wasn't into it that much, and she was basically doing it because I took her on these dates, she said, okay, well, I gotta repay this guy some way, so I might as well do it now. Number 7, don't text him after. If he doesn't text you, then basically get rid of him. It's God's protection. You're not gonna try to, use religion and a higher power and God to justify their actions, right? Here's the thing about that. The women that I've dealt with in the past, when I texted them after we hung out, we have to have a date or whatever, I'll tell you this, 98% of the time, I never saw her again. Because in her mind, if a woman's into you, she's gonna pursue you, she's gonna wanna see you again. If you're texting a woman, you hitting her up, hey, did you make it home? Hey, I'm thinking about you. Hey, I had a great time. When you do that as a man, in her mind, subconsciously, she's gonna feel that, oh, this guy likes me more than I like him.
No. Oh my God. Please do not listen to this man. Okay, so we're almost done with this video, but I don't want to watch the rest of it because he's disgusting. How are brands sponsoring him? gross. I really hope he doesn't have any like mainstream sponsorship. One thing that you said made a lot of sense when you said women make the rules for beta males, women break the rules for alpha males. That is true. Thank you for that enlightenment. I now know what I am looking for in a woman. What? I think the most shocking thing about this guy's content, how many comments in the comment section are in favor of the video? Like, I thought there would be more people like trolling him, but there's not. It's so troubling and weird. It's so strange. Don't get me wrong. There are definitely people who put themselves on a pedestal, just have all of these standards and everything that are pretty crazy and impossible to meet, and like that they aren't super deserving of if they're just boring as shit and just not a good human and just obnoxious. Then at that point, they're looking for a sugar daddy though, not a relationship, not an equal. But it doesn't sound like Darius sees women as his equal at all. It sounds like he was very, very hurt. He wants you to know though that he be fucking, and that he is the alpha male. This is some of the most beta bro shit I've ever seen. If you are a woman and you see him, run away. Like, walk away right now. No, don't walk, run, sprint, teleport. Get away from him. This guy is extra toxic. What should I name this video? The most toxic man on the internet. The most toxic advice channel on the internet. I like that. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Grossed out. I'm gonna send this to the editor and then just go hang out with Tony, but this is disgusting. I'm gonna go hang out with the man, the sexy, big dick energy, beautiful, artistic, at times sensitive, hilarious, strong, sexy man that I have been with for 12 years, who texted me right after we hung out and told me I was beautiful. Yeah, and guess what? We didn't do it for like 3 weeks. We hung out quite a bit before we did. We wanted to wait. We wanted to actually get to know each other. It was very hard. It was very hard to wait. Yeah, this guy's an idiot. I really hope that he is not in a relationship. I would be very surprised if he is. Alrighty, I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope you have a great rest of your night, weekend, day, whenever you're watching this. And I will see you in my next one, where I become a beta male. What? I don't know. All right, bye.